Chapter 1, October 30th, 1866. A bullet slammed through the door of the stagecoach, threading a needle to miss all four passengers. "It's a holdup!" Callie grabbed her rifle. "Get down!" The stage driver yelled and cracked his whip. More flying lead hit, higher on the stagecoach. The man riding shotgun got his rifle into action. "Get on the floor!" The woman sitting across from Callie was frozen with fear. That endangered Connor, and it made Callie furious. The bullets came fast. The stage was moving slow on a long uphill slope. With the driver's shout, they picked up speed. From the roof, she heard a steady volley of deafening return fire. Reaching across, Callie grabbed the woman by the ruffled front of her pink gingham dress and dragged her off the seat. The woman shrieked, but didn't put up a fight, which was smart of her. Callie would have won that fight. Somewhat more gently, Callie picked Connor up from the seat beside her and set him on the woman's lap. 8-month-old Connor yelped, more a shout of anger than a cry. But crying would come soon enough. Her little wild man didn't do anything quietly. "Can you shoot?" she shouted at the young man, hoping he'd snap out of whatever panic had seized him. He shook his head frantically. "Get on the floor, then." Callie used her whiplash voice and hoped it got the man moving. She threw herself across to the woman's seat to face backward. With her Colt in her left hand and her Winchester in her right, she shoved the curtain aside. The flare of the orange and yellow aspen lining the road blocked any sign of the gunman. Callie didn't bother to push the man to the floor. Let the idiot figure that out himself. She got a glimpse of the robbers riding around a curve. Bullets hailed on the coach. Callie held back, waiting for a clear shot. Connor's yelling turned to a cry. Callie was enraged that her son was in such terrible danger when he should have been safe on her father's ranch in Texas. The noise overhead said the driver'd slid off his high seat to use the stage as cover. She heard the man riding shotgun land flat on his belly on the roof. The driver shouting and the gunfire slashed like a sharp knife through the cool October morning. "Try and calm Connor down." Not much chance of that. Connor had been a whirlwind since birth, and the two caring for him were more upset than he was. She counted 4 outlaws. The varmints had picked this uphill slope a few miles outside of Colorado City because the stage had slowed to a crawl. Callie had plenty of bullets, but she was a conservative woman, and she didn't intend to fire blind and waste lead. She was mighty low on money, and she needed ammunition for when she finally tracked down that worthless Seth Kincaid. The stagecoach yawed past a curve, and it put them out of the line of fire until the outlaws could round it. The young woman was hugging Connor. The man had wedged himself onto the floor, putting his body between Connor, his wife, and the gunfire. Maybe he wasn't completely worthless. A bullet cut through the stage door. Splinters exploded and slashed Callie's left hand. She flinched and got her hand right back on the trigger of her Colt. Callie braced her rifle against her shoulder and took careful aim. The whole world slowed down, the noise fading into the background. She felt pulled away, out of the action. Her mind was working clearly, her nerves steady. The bleeding hand didn't hurt. As she looked at the trail behind, the colors were so vivid and her vision so sharp it was almost painful. The pulsing hooves gave away the attacker's exact location, and the slow-moving coach gave her a chance at a steady shot. A glance over her shoulder told her the trail would twist just ahead. Their pursuers would be swallowed up by the heavy forest lining the road. They appeared and disappeared in the thick plumes of dust. Callie saw shining silver on the band of a flat-topped black hat. The man was a fool to wear silver if he wanted to make his living sneaking around. Callie inhaled slowly, then exhaled halfway to relax her chest. waited for the glint of silver, and fired.